Hey guys, OG Albino here, bringing us another Showdown Live. Today we're in a pretty fun tier in the Cap tier, create a Pokemon project by Smogon, which is basically a bunch of fake mon and a bunch of really cool ones, honestly. And I kind of got into it, one, because of a lot of Joey Blunder uploads and things like that. Really to get ready for this tour here, this $1,000 prize pool tour that I did end up signing up for. So I wanted to kind of get in practice. Today we're going to be using a team by my buddy Josh, featuring Venomicron, but not the epilogue version, which you're typically seeing. That's actually typically being suspected to be nerfed right now. It's actually going to be the special attacking one with Stamina. It's a nasty plot set, which is really cool. We've got a lot of the things like Choice Scarf Latias, Heavy Duty Boots, Astrolotl. Oh my gosh, I'm not going to know how to say any of these things' names. Ferrothorn, pretty physically defensive. Then we have a Flamor Colossal and a Heavy Duty Boot Zeraora. I think I did change the Astrolotl to Spikes and the Zeraora to knockoff because I felt like that would be advantageous. But yeah, other than that, if you guys do enjoy, be sure to drop a like as well as sub to the channel. I would really appreciate it a ton. And yeah, with that being said, let's go ahead and do it. Now from here, my question is, what do we want to lead off with into this like Shuckle hyper offense shenanigans? Because I really don't want to deal. I really want to get up rocks at the very least. I think rocks are going to be very important as we see a Darm lead, and that's really bad. I was really expecting the Shuckle lead, and I was completely wrong. I wanted my rocks really bad, and now we're going to get punished and get a fat U-turned on. Now, I didn't think I could really just afford to go for rocks there, expecting him to switch out. So that was a pretty unfortunate set of events, as we're just going to get Volt turned on for the entirety of forever, it looks like, at the very least. So we'll see what we can do here, but this is not looking good for your boy. Now, that doesn't look to be banded, Darm. So I do feel like I can go into Venomicron, potentially. Let me check something. I actually don't know these calcs because I don't know how bulky these Pokemon are. Venomicron. I know we're max HP. 248. We have Darmanitan. That into a +1. Looks like it will to it KOS. There's not much we can do other than sack our Lottie, right? As he does Flare Blitz, which again makes sense. What I think I'm going to do now is I'm going to go into Astrolotl, and I am going to go ahead and throw up some spikes right here. I absolutely love this thing's design, by the way. I don't think there's a cooler Pokemon in the world. So we're going to go ahead and wisp this thing and pivot right on out into our Colossoil, because there's not much this thing can do to us. Honestly, though, am I really worried about webs at this point? I mean, my team's not super webs weak other than the Colossoil, which does like not having its speed reduced, but at the same time, I have boots on this, I'm boot Zera, and my Venomicron's in the air. So I don't know how much this really hurts us. I mean, I am going to go into Colossoil. I'm going to try and get these rocks away at least, because this isn't something I want to deal with. So we are going to go ahead and spin. What just happened? Wait. It's level 1. Okay, we're at the bottom of the ladder. Oh my gosh, we are at the bottom of the ladder, because that was ridiculously terrifying. I had no idea what was going on right there. That's good to know. We're just gonna go ahead and click knock off into this Venomicron. He's gonna go ahead and U-turn out, but that's completely fine with me. Why in the world are you level 1? So we're gonna go ahead and knock this thing off. It's at 350 speed, so this thing is pretty darn annoying here. We're gonna get hurt by our burn. Fighting Dark. I know this thing is like more of a special attacker here. I know we're pretty darn Spadef Astrolotl, so we're gonna go into that. Yeah, that Vacuum Wave does 0 Zilch Nada. And I think from here we just off a Fire Lash, right? It does Nasty Plot. We're gonna go ahead and get a Spadef drop, or a defense drop right there. And I think from here we're just gonna go ahead and Fire Lash, right? Oh my god, it killed me. Okay, the good thing is that this won't kill us, and we don't necessarily need health on our Zeraora. I do know that it's Volt Absorb, so I am going to click Close Combat. Vacuum Wave should not kill me. Like, there's no shot it kills me. Losing the Venomicron, or losing the Astrolotl is really tough, though. I think we're going to lose to Darm. Like, I'm convinced we're going to lose to Darm. Unless I can get set up with my own Venomicron. But yeah, we're going to live that. I have to Close Combat there because it is most likely Volt Absorb in that instance. So things are not going well for your hero. But I've been having a lot of fun playing this here. I've actually been playing with teams I've built on my own so far, which has been really fun. So we'll see what we could do with the team that Josh built, because it definitely looks pretty cool. Now from here, what do we want to do? I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to sack my Colossoil. Yeah, we sack off the Colossoil. From here, I'm going to go out into Venomicron, and I think I'll just Earth Power, right? Because it covers this thing staying in, and I'll be able to knock it out, and that'll put me in a good position with my, what do you call it, my Zero Aura afterwards. And there's not much that really switches in on this all too well, right? So I think that's what we're going to do. I could also just Roost once, as it doesn't really hurt anything, and then from there I will wall this thing. I think I might actually do that, because it looks like this guy can just win on its own right, too. We are very, very bulky. Yeah, we're going to go ahead and Roost, and now that he is so low... Gosh, that might be banded, dude. Hold on. So, that did how much? 70? No, it's not. This thing's just strong as hell. +1. I am just going to Roost again. As this guy comes out, the Dragapult. From here, though, I am pretty spadef. I think I'm going to Nasty Plot. Yeah, we chew that up. Like, absolutely chew it up. We're going to continue to get stamina boosts. I am going to just continue. I think from here, I am just going to Hurricane, though. As we catch the Phenomicron. Oh my gosh. Let's go. The prologue is here, baby. And we just absolutely chew from this thing. There's no reason for me to switch. It does para me, which is unfortunate. But I don't think he can win with his guy here in the back. His Darm. So he is going to go ahead and knock me out the Draco Meteor. This is for sure Specs. It's not Scarf. I just knock off, and I think I seal the game, right? I'm going to go Ferrothorn, because it gets me more Iron Barbs. Perfect. So we're able to grab a dub here in the first game. That's great. Okay, that was definitely a little sloppy and a little scary. But it worked out. It definitely worked out. Wow, that was terrifying. I was really scared I had a team built that like for a draft league game in the team builder, and I just showed it off, but it's not. It's all stuff from last week. It's the beginning of the week when I'm recording this, so that's good at the very least, but goodness gracious. Now we're on the bottom of the ladder with this account. This is just my main account. I was laddering on my alt, the ever so famous 1-800-poop. So I'm glad we're able to, grab a win in that first one. I think another thing I want to change is I really like Sucker on Colossoil. Ground Dark is already such phenomenal coverage, especially with that Guts boost. I really like the Sucker option. Now I know we're spin, but having that immediate priority versus things like Necturna and Commodore and things like that is going to be really clutch. There's a lot of scary stuff here, though. Like, a lot of really scary stuff here. I think what I'm going to do to really try and exploit this Snailstrom is lead off with Phenomicron, and I'm just going to Nasty Plot immediately. As he does get up his webs, but again, I don't think webs are the biggest deal versus me, right? I think what I'm going to do this turn is I really, really want to stall off an Earth Power and try and catch that Crucible on the switch in. He does not. He's going to go ahead and Ice Beam and freeze me. Great. Great. Come on. Come on. Don't do this to me. Let's freaking go. We're going to Roost again. And we're going to Roost again. I'm going to Hurricane. And we're going to knock this thing out. Cool, we're at +4 defense now. So I don't know particularly what my guy does against me. He goes into this guy, the Voodoo. Now, do you kill me? I'm Spadef, right? I'm Spadef. What does Voodoo usually run? Cap Choice Specs. It doesn't kill me with anything. I feel like I take this KO. Okay, so I miss. That's great. I am going to go into Colossoil, though. I'm going to take this as an opportunity to get off a Rapid Spin. As he goes hard, Necturna. Insane behavior. I'm just going to knock and get a KO then. Wow. Ain't that a bitch, dude? I'm going to knock and just knock this thing out. He's probably either going to Geomancy or Shell Smash, right? I would assume so. I would presume that's his play. You knock off his Choice Scarf, which is honestly pretty bad. I think I am going to go into the Axolotl. And then from here, I I can just offer pretty strong Fire Lash and 2-hit KO this guy. We are very Spadef on the Astrolotl, just to work as that nice regen pivot, you know what I mean? As right here, we're going to see yet another hit come out. And part of me, again, wants to go into something like my Lottie, as he does Aura Sphere, which is great. And then from here, we will just Draco and knock this thing out. Perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Okay, now what comes out? Maybe Commodore to throw off a Belly Drum, which would be less than ideal, as Necturna is actually going to be the pivot right here. I think I am going to go Ferrothorn here, as we do see a Shadow Claw. And honestly, I'm fine with that. I'm going to get up my rocks here. Smokomoto comes out, and this might just be a KO, as this thing's an absolute demon, and I don't deal with it particularly well. I really like its shiny. I remember thinking, so right now I'm doing a draft league for Cap, and let me know if you guys would like to see that Flame Wheel. Oh, I didn't take it off yet. Damn it. Okay, it's all good. He does Scale Shot. Do I lose? No, I go to Lottie. And I Draco. So we're gonna trade right there, which is honestly fine. But I did go... I did start a draft league for Cap in my Discord server, which you can join in the description if you want to see the games go out. But let me know if you guys would want to see, like, actual games from that. We're gonna go to Ferrothorn here, as we see a Stone Edge, and again, that's completely fine. And we're just gonna go ahead and Leech Seed up. I'm gonna go ahead and Leech Seed up again, as he probably U-turns out or just goes down to Commodore. These are all things I'll take. Again, my team isn't really weak to rocks right now. And then from here, I'm just gonna knock, get rid of an Assault Vest, which is very interesting. And then I think just pivot down to Astrolotl and throw off a very free Fire Lash. Now, how fast is that thing? 337. Yeah, Fire Lash into what do you call it? Stomping Tantrum would knock out the Crucible. Now the Crucible's coming out again, though. We'll just go into Ferrothorn. As a Stone Edge comes out, I will knock off into the Necturna. I will knock off into the Necturna. And I will knock off into the Necturna. Now, obviously, again, we're very low on the ladder, so can only expect so much in games like this. We're gonna Leech again. I don't think this thing can hit us other than an Edge. There we go. And we're gonna grab another dub. There we go. Again, we're very low on the ladder, so I'm not expecting all too much out of these games, and I'm really glad that we're getting games in general. Again, I'm playing pretty late at night. It's like 11:20, so getting these games is pretty fun. We're playing Steven Stone, but with Cap Pokemon. Look at that. See what I mean? Well, like I said, not expecting too much here. It looks like my Astrolotl goes absolutely buck wild, insane. My Venomicron also just goes crazy. I think I'm actually going to lead it, as we're gonna see Ferrothorn. Or Armaldo as the lead, and that gives me a very 3 Pharaoh. I'm not gonna let this thing take an edge. There's no reason for me to. So, let's see how Steven Stone does in this game. But again, yeah, we're very low on the ladder. But no, I've been having a lot of fun with this meta, just because there's new Pokemon. Maybe it's just me wanting a new generation really bad. But using Steven's like actual learn sets. That's interesting. I mean, I would assume so, because you just clicked Ancient Power, and I feel like that's something that only Mr. Steven Stone would do. As, yeah, well, there we go. This is going to be a game. We're going to go ahead and look for another one on the side. Why not? Why not? I mean, the first game was, like, somewhat competitive, right? There we go. We'll kind of, like, come back and forth to this one. You know, might as well. We'll go ahead and Power Whip. Alright, so we get the same guy again. The Smokomoto Crucible guy, which is crazy that we got him twice in a row. What I think I'm going to do this game is I think I am just going to lead off with my Colossal, because we know this thing was scarfed from last time. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pivot Venomicron, as we do see an Aura Sphere pop, and this gives me a very free nasty plot. Slash, okay. This game is going. It is Water Pulse. Don't you dare confuse me with your fucking Water Pulse. And then we'll just knock. Let's show him the whole moveset. Crucible is going to come out. And then from here, I'm just going to go ahead and click Earth Power as he overplays and goes for rocks. Cool. That thing's gone, which is great for me. Oh my goodness. Well, Hurricane, knock that out. Look at these games. We're climbing right now, ladies and gentlemen. We are climbing. I'm just going to click Hurricane because I'm hitting this time. Nice misclick. You know, whatever, bro. And yeah, Look at that. Necturna going crazy right now. We're gonna try and get it back up to full. If we get Spadef dropped, I'm just gonna switch. I guess I'm kind of playing with crits right now, but we're also so far ahead because of those first 2 turns that I don't know how worried about this I am. Okay, so now we're gonna see the drop, which is gonna make me want to go onto my Colossal, which is gonna make me want to throw off a Rapid Spin. And subsequently, just knock this thing off and do a ridiculous amount of damage. I'm gonna Rapid Spin once again. There's absolutely nothing stopping me. He goes on to Metagross in this game. This is something that's happening. We're just gonna stay in with our Ferrothorn and go to town. We're gonna knock as he just Drain Punches and crits me. You know what? That's fine, bro. We're gonna go into Astrolotl and win the game, basically. So these games haven't been much of anything, have they? Unfortunately. So he goes into Smokomoto, which we do outspeed, and we're just gonna throw a Stomping Tantrum. He went for a Scale Shot. Thankfully we didn't die. I figured that a -1 Tantrum would do enough to knock that thing out, but I was wrong. I was wrong. Alright, so this is gonna come out. I think what I do is I always just pivot out into... I think I'm gonna go Zera. Yeah, as Dark Pulse is gonna come out. And then from here, I don't really have great Dark Pulse switch-ins. I'm gonna go ahead and just Close Combat in case we do live that hit. And now from here, where do we want to go? I think I am just going to go into Pharaoh and Leech. Okay. Scarm comes out here. Again, we're just going to knock. Leech. This guy's going to come out. We already knocked off this thing's AV. And I feel like it's Venomicron time. Out comes Scrafty 2.0, and pivot back out into Pharaoh. As we see yet another Psychic. I'm going to go ahead and Leech Seed. I'm going to go back out into Venomicron. Look at these games, they're going. That guy left. So we're going to search for more games. We're getting out of the low ladder today. Alright, we're going to go back out into Pharaoh. Now, I think I'm going to go Lottie this time because I'm a demon. Oh, just kidding. He went for the Dark Pulse. Now we're going to go ahead and Leech. As... Why not? Once again, gonna go Venomicron. Now we're gonna go back out into Pharaoh. He's gonna Aura Sphere. Just going to allow me to go back out into Venomicron. Go to Nasty Plot. We're gonna go from there. And we hit that time. Perfect. So now we win. It took a little bit, but now it's now we're going, which is nice. So I finally get another ping somewhere. Okay. So this next one, let's say have fun. You know, have fun. I hope this is a good one. We see a Bolton though, so I'm not super confident. You know, I'm not super confident. Go ahead and Roost. Yep. And he's gonna forfeit. Perfect. Is this one over yet? He still has to connect. Okay, so what we're going to see here, we're going to see Selly, Virizion, Bolton, Clef, Colossal, and Victini. Now, right off rip, my Astrolotl does amazing. He just does not switch into the combination of Fire Lash plus Stomping Tantrum in the slightest, so that's really, really nice. Colossal is going to be a big, big issue for me. Colossoil, sorry, I'm saying Colossal like the actual Pokemon. Something I do like doing is leading off with my Zera and just clicking knockoff against like really whatever leads. Yeah, this is a perfect lead for me. I don't believe I'll die to a Scar V-Create, and it's good to know that information. He was banded, and I would have died to a Scar V-Create, but hey, look at that. We knocked him out, which is nice. From here, I'm just going to go into my Astrolotl. I'm going to try and get up a Spike, and we're going to go from there. That's the plan, at least. I love this thing Sprite, man. I really tried to draft it in the Cap League that we did, too, and it just, like, it did not work out. I'm going to go ahead and throw off a Fire Lash into this Clef as it gets up rocks. I'm just going to Fire Lash again as it, probably, I don't know, knocks me off. But I don't know what it does about that. Like, again, I don't think I'm in too bad of a spot when it comes to that. I'm going to Fire Lash again. As again, he just doesn't switch into it. Especially with the Spike Up, like, Colossal is not going to appreciate taking that hit. You know what I mean? So why not click the button? Why not click the button? He's not unaware, which is good. He's going to Flamethrower at me. And then from here, I'll just Fire Lash again as he goes out into the Victini. And I have no reason to not Fire Lash again. We should be faster than this thing always, as we are, and we knock it out. Perfect. Colossal is going to come out. That's a bit unfortunate. We're going to go into the Pharaoh. And from here, I think what I'll do is I'll just throw off a Power Whip in case he wants to stay in and give me this for some reason. He did donate me the Colossal, which is great because I really don't need Pharaoh for much else. I can get up a Spike again later if I really want to, but it's not even that advantageous. Now there's just absolutely nothing stopping me from winning with my Astrolotl here in a little bit. A big scary thing for me right now is going to be that Celesteela. I think Shelly is absolutely terrifying for me right now, but other than that, I'm really feeling pretty stress-free right now. We're going to have the Virizion come in. I'm going to go hard Latios to really threaten this thing. I can go ahead and throw off a Trick immediately and either cripple the Selly or the Clef coming in, which will be really nice for me, as he is going to Stone Edge, potentially expecting the Astrolotl, I guess, or the Venomicron, which definitely makes some sense. I'm going to go ahead and Trick, get me some leftovers, which is nice, and then I think what we'll do is we're going to pivot out, make a nice mid-ground into Ferrothorn, because what Ferrothorn will allow me to do is get at my own Stealth Rock, which is great. And this thing, again, being Scarfed is really good for me. Clef is going to come out next. We know that this is Flamethrower. We're just going to go into Astrolotl. I don't literally lose anything doing this. From here, he's probably Moonblast last slot. Now, I think I just have a ridiculously free Fire Lash here. There's nothing that he can switch into this move at all. As Boltund is going to come out, it can't Oko me with anything, so I'm just going to Fire Lash again. Yeah, Psychic Fangs does absolutely nothing. Virizion is going to come out once again, and what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to go... Do I want to go Pharaoh? I think I'm going to go Pharaoh, just to sack it off to this close combat. I have a feeling that he might be a choice variant, the way he predicted the Stone Edge last time, but I'm just going to Celesteela here. What I can do now is... probably Colossal as a Leech Seed comes out, and I'm just going to Rapid Spin. Because it'll get away from the Seeds, it'll give me a +1 boost, and it'll make him switch out. Because unless he wants to spam this, yeah, so we're good. that spin does a clean 53, which is great, and I think from here I'll just click Earthquake. If he's Scarf, that's great information for me to know, and I can play around it accordingly, and if not, he has to give me this Pokemon. There's like absolutely nothing he can do about it. I suppose I can throw off a Knockoff as well. I think Knockoff is actually better, yeah. As we do knock it out. It was Choice Scarf, but it was slower than 289. Interesting. Well, that's gonna be the game for that one. So we're just gonna go ahead and click the button. As the Selly is gonna come in next, I'm definitely not going to attack this thing with my Cull. We're gonna go Astrolotl. He is gonna Giga Drain, and that is a wrap. Cool. Cool. So we're able to win that one. A little bit more competitive, right? See, now this is... Look at all these cool Pokemon. Now, a lot of people are kind of, like, falling into the trap of bringing 83 of the, same... or of the Catmons, which they are pretty damn cool. But I do think there's definitely a balance when it comes to this stuff that you kind of need. Now, what are we going to see a lead off with here? Potentially maybe an Ormoth lead. Like, just, like, lead off. And something I really like doing is just leading Phenomicron, trying to click a button, right? I don't think that's a bad idea in the slightest. So, we're going to go ahead and do that. As we do see the Sahara... Yes, sir. I'm going to go Pharaoh here on a Diamond Storm, which is not cool to see. This thing is absolutely broken, by the way, I've learned. Like, it's an insane Pokemon. We're going to go ahead and Leech Seed up. And then from here, we should live a +2 Earthquake, and as long as we hit this Power Whip, we should be okay. Especially considering we have Sucker Punch in the back. We'll live an Earthquake, so 40%. You've got to be kidding me. There's no way that did 40. What I think I'm going to do I stay in and sack this? I don't think I'm gonna get a Rocks. As he is gonna have to EQ again if he wants to knock me out. I'm gonna go Lottie. I'm gonna make the aggressive play. I don't think you ever Diamond Storm. I think that's an insane play. So we're gonna go ahead and get into our Lottie. As he does Diamond Storm, which is, once again, an insane play. I wanted to save my Pharaoh just in case I want a Healing Wish up later on to take on something like a Carabolt if I need to, or even potentially a Miasma that doesn't have like fighting coverage for some reason. Which that thing is really damn cool too. That's another really sick Pokemon. What does that thing get coverage wise? Miasma. You know, it gets neutralizing gas, which is super sick. Does it get close combat? It does get close combat. That is a thing that it does indeed get. Out comes Voodoo next, which, ugh, not my finest moment. I think what I do is I pivot Zera here, right? Zera doesn't seem super useful, as it does go ahead and throw off this nasty plot, which is good that I made this pivot, because now I can just throw off this close combat and hopefully knock this thing out. At least that's the best case scenario. I would like to knock it out. As we do knock it out. Perfect. Even better. Look at that. Look at that. Now, another big issue is this guy, this Revenant. Something I could potentially do right now is I think I'm going to Volt Switch. It covered him wanting to bulk up, and then I get a free switch into my Axolotl, which I am going to go into now because it's going to allow me to throw off a nice big Will-O-Wisp and really, really start to pepper this thing down, and I can Fire Lash it down to ensure that it doesn't get too many bulk ups off, which I think is really, really important as well. So, our Axolotl in general just does phenomenal in this endgame versus everything left. So maybe it's gonna get thumbnail because this thing just looks too damn cool, man. Hold on, look at him. Look at my boy. It's Heliolisk, but gets bitches. So we're gonna burn it, as it does try and Pain Split me, which is incredibly interesting. I'm just gonna go ahead and throw off a Fire Lash. There's nothing this thing can really do to me, is what I'm thinking. What he probably should have done is maybe bulk up, maybe pivot out. I have no idea, but yeah, we're gonna knock it out with this next hit right here. No, not this next hit. Just kidding. I'm wrong. Yeah, we'll just Fire Lash. If he wants to switch out and save this thing, that's great for me, because nothing takes a Fire Lash. This definitely doesn't take a Fire Lash, sir. Good night, Carabolt. I will see you later. Didn't die. We're gonna Fire Lash again, though. We're faster. Sick. Cool, and we're able to win there. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Let's see if we can get another game quick. I hope we can. I just want one more. Alright, look, see, we're going up against another one, and this team looks pretty demon. I won't lie to you. We have Buzzwole, Axolotl, Torn T, Glow King, Stratagem, and Snailstrom. So some pretty scary stuff. I do like my Zera lead. Hey, man. Pretty good. Good. How are you? Look at Pluto supporter. Look at the late night cap ladder is just so personable. They just want to hang out, have a good time, talk it out, play some Pokemon. So we'll see. Wait, not often we see each other outside of draft. Do I know you from draft? I don't. Oh, be honest. I don't recognize the Showdown name. I feel bad. Yeah, I feel bad. I don't recognize his Showdown name. We're gonna knock off this Buzzwole and then get a nice Volt Switch. I really don't know who this is, though. Who is it? Who is this? Now I'm curious, dude. Now I feel so bad. I don't recognize the Showdown name off the top of my head. Who is it? I thought maybe it was someone who knew me, but like it also could just be a guy on the ladder who wanted to say hi, so I didn't want to. The handle is put on. I recognize you played in PBA. You played PBA and PGP. Oh, okay. I'm actually going to be uploading a PGP movie, which is pretty cool. We're going to Volt Switch out here on the Torn, which looks to be Assault Vestaruski. Holy goodness gracious. I'm going to go into Colossoil and get my, what do you call it, off. And I think we're just going to throw off a nice and big knockoff as he does U-turn. Maybe that wasn't a good idea, because now Buzzwole's just going to come back in for free. But this does give me a pretty free Phenomicron, which is nice. Here he comes. That's my guy. And I think we're just going to go ahead and throw off... Do we want to throw off an Earth Power? Try to catch a Stratagem? We're going to go ahead and Nasty Plot. We're just def, dude. Now we're going to go ahead and Earth Power. And from here, I think... Do I want a Hurricane? I think I'll Hurricane. Okay. this game isn't going to plan. It is not going to plan, if I had to say so. We'll see what we can do. We're gonna go ahead and just Plasma Fist here. Hopefully snag a KO. We're gonna see Axolotl come out. It doesn't do all too much to him. I'm gonna go ahead and knock off, and then try and Volt Switch out. What I think we'll do is we'll go hard into Lottie, and then throw off a trick, because I don't think you ever stay in with this thing and let me knock it out. You're probably gonna go into your Slowking if I had to assume. We are Assault Vested now, which is great. Which is great. From here, though, I think I'm going to go into Zera, as we do see a U-turn. Pretty annoying. I think we're going to lose this endgame. But yeah, I want to win one more. We're going to Volt. Go out into Axolotl, I believe. And I think what we're going to have to start doing is we're going to have to start spiking up. Another thing I can do is I can throw out... No, I'm going to spike up. I think the spike is going to be really clutch. We're going to see Torn T come out. And from here, I think I'm just going to Fire Lash, as he is going to stay in and only knock me off, which is fine. Then from here, I can Stomping Tantrum on his Axolotl switch in, as he goes hard Snailstrom, which is a psychopathic play that I did not think was ever going to happen. We're going to see an Infestation, which is pretty annoying, but again, not the end of the world. I can go ahead and Leech up. And then from here, I believe Pivot onto Latios is what I'm going to do. As we do see a Defog here. Not fun. And from here, what are we going to do? We're going to pivot Colossoil. And then on a U-turn, we're going to have to go into Torn, unfortunately. Or Pharaoh. Yeah, I don't think we can break this balance. Like, I really don't think I can break this. I really don't think I can. We're going to go ahead and Leech. Rocks up. We are Fizz Def, too. So we should be able to chew this up. This guy comes in. I'm just going to Leech again. Like, you can be double spin, I guess. And then from here, I think I'll knock. I don't think you're going to Fire Lash. You do. Okay. That's a play. And then we'll go Lottie again. I don't really see a reason not to, right? He is going to Defog. And then from here, what am I going to do? We're going to see... I think I can just Psychic for free. We're going to see Torn. I'm going to Psychic again. I mean, he could just go into his Slowking, though. There's, like, nothing stopping him from going Slowking. Yeah, I can't break this shit. You know? Like, I really cannot break this shit. I'm going to go back onto Axolotl. I'm going to go ahead and try and spike up right here. But I don't know how well this is going to go. You know what I mean? We're going to Fire Lash. I'm going to go Pharaoh on a U-turn. That's what? He goes in the Axolotl again. We're going to go Zera. As he does Stomping Tantrum, which is really unfortunate. And I think I just CC here. He is going to stay in and knock me out with a Stomping Tantrum, and I think that's just a wrap. Like, I don't think I can beat this. GG. Can't beat this. Yeah, I think I'm just going to forfeit. I really don't think there's anything I can do about this. Forfeit. Yeah, there's nothing I can do about that. We're going to try again, though. I really like that team. That was a great team. I want to end on a win, though. I just want to end on one win. Look at this. We have probably, like, Azelf hyper offense. So I think I'm going to lead Phenomicron because I feel like it does the best against, like... Oh, no, just kidding. I'm not a dark... I keep thinking it's a dark type when it's just not a dark type. You know what I mean? I think what I'll do is I'll lead Zero Aura. And we'll go from there. Something that really scares me is that Blaziken. You know how I was scared of the Darmanitan in the first game? I think I just lose to Blaziken. So that won't be fun. But we'll see what we can do. I don't know how well it's going to go, though. We'll see. We shall see. Alright, he's thinking. My guy is thinking. Let's see, though. I really don't... I don't know what you're thinking about. Your lead's like hyper offense Azelf, right? I mean, nothing on his team leads well into Zera, right? Zera doesn't die to 1 from like anything besides maybe like Life Orb, Earthquake, Blaziken. That would be pretty unfortunate. But yeah, you're just gonna lead off with your Azelf, right? I'm just gonna knock turn 1. You're not gonna boom. I'm gonna knock turn 2, and you're gonna die. I'm gonna be able to spin later. So just because spin blockers aren't a thing versus my good pal. I mean, I have to Plasma Fist here. I can't let this die. Oh, we're faster. Holy adamant Blaziken. Now from this position, what are we sacking? I honestly gotta think it's Ferrothorn. We're gonna sack Ferrothorn. We're gonna go into Colossoil. As he gives me my Flame Orb. You're gonna have to switch eventually. Like, you're not gonna win these 50-50s, bro. I'm clicking Sucker Punch. I'm letting you know right now. I'm clicking it again. I'm clicking. I ain't got no other play. Yeah, dude. I almost didn't click it there, too. Oh, man. Alright, 322. This thing looks like a demon. I don't know if I can not attack this. Honest to God, I feel like I have to attack it. He is just gonna knock me out, which is great. From here, something I can do is I can go into Zera and I can Volt Switch as Pajantum is actually going to come out, which is nice. And this is gonna allow me a very free Draco with my Lottie. Yeah, Lottie's gonna just knock out the Pajantum, which is great, because I didn't switch into that. From here, I want to Draco the Miasma, is it does end up agilitying, and that's not fun. How do I want to deal with this? I think I'm going to go Venomicron, as it does Dragon Rush me. Are you Compound Eyes? That's interesting. Dragon Rush again, as we knock it out. Cool. Leviathan's next. I'm just going to Earth Power, and, I'm just going to go into Lottie, right? Yeah, go into Lottie. Let's see. No, I don't know these calcs, man. I don't know how bulky this thing is. Leviathan, let's say it's no bulk. Latias. Psychic. 26. That's what we're clicking. There we go. Stratagem's gonna come out. We stop any Meteor Beam shenanigans, and we're able to win our last game. Cool. So that was pretty cool against that hyper offense. Actually, I like that team a lot. That team looks like a lot of fun with like Hazard. Maybe like it needs like more hazards. But like there's some cool Pokemon. Let me know if you guys want to see more Cap on the channel. Like I said, I'm doing that draft league, and I have a really fun team. I'll let you guys know what we have so far. I'll show you really quick. Hold on, I have a really sick team so far. Where is it? Do I not have it on this computer? I don't. Hold on. Is it in my no cap? It is. So let me show you what I got so far. I think it's pretty sick, and I think it would be a really fun team to showcase. If we do end up doing good, I'll make a movie on it if you guys are interested. We have Cyclant, Kitsuno, Mega Gallade, Slowking, Crucible, Smokomoto, and Tangrowth. So some nice regen plus switch with Slowking, Crucible, Tangrowth, which is really, really fun. And then some insane Volt Turn offense. So Cyclant, Kitsuno, Crucible, as well as things like, and then wall breakers like Mega Gallade and Smokomoto and things like that, just to come in and click buttons. So I think our team's really cool. There's a lot of really fun teams in here. Like, look at John got like fucking Dragapult, Victini with like Kerfluffle, Mega Crucible, and things like that, and like a nice balanced core there at the bottom. So we have a lot of really fun things, and I really want to showcase this team. So if you guys want to see that, let me know. If you guys want to see more Showdown lives, maybe some replays from the tournament, if I end up doing well in that, let me know what you guys think. Thank you for watching. See you in the next one.